Hey, Taylor here, and today I'm going to talk about job titles because you're going to hear me talk a lot in these videos about identity and things and ideas and personas that we attach ourselves to. And I'm going to be trying to debunk a lot of those myths about needing an identity. And so one that is so common and comes up a lot is this idea of job titles and like what we do for work. I work with a lot of people who are changing careers, maybe starting a business, but somehow just like changing something about their job, their professional life. And so job titles come up a lot. And job titles are just the perfect example of an identity that we attach ourselves to, for better or worse, most often for worse. Because so many people, think about this, how many people do you know love their job title and they always say, I am a blank, I am a coach, I am an entrepreneur, I am an accountant, whatever it is, it's the label, I am a something. And what that does is that gives us certainty of who we are and how we're presenting ourselves and kind of how we get to present ourselves on a daily basis. It takes the responsibility away of us trying to figure it out and be authentic or worry about kind of how else we might want to present ourselves in the future. And so it's so easy for people. It's like, hey, what do you do? It's like, oh, I am a businessman, whatever. And the problem with that is that that's not who you really are. What you love about that job is not the job title. A lot of people attach themselves to the job title, right? So you know a lot of people who settle for a job because they just love the title. They're like, oh, this is great. I can have a business card. This is who I am. Now everybody will know me as an X, whatever it is. Now, the funny thing is, in a class I used to teach, I dedicated a whole section to talking about job titles, and I made a list of all the job titles that I have ever had, but there was a whole separate list of all the job titles I've had just as an entrepreneur, just in the 4 years that I've had my business. Because I've attached so many different labels to myself, thinking that it was necessary to help people understand who I am and what I do, as opposed to me just explaining to them the experience of my work or what I'm passionate about or what my superpowers really are and like what I really do with people, instead of just saying this job title and this is who I am. Okay? So if you're interested, by the way, reach out in the comments or reach out through my website or my blog or anything, and I'll actually send you the list of all my job titles, because it's long, it's ridiculous. And at a certain point, I got to the point where I was like, it doesn't matter. None of these things actually define the value that I can bring to the world or what I think that I can offer to other people. And that's the question that everybody asks. What can I offer to other people that is fulfilling for them and fulfilling for me, valuable to them and rewarding to me, right? And so a job title never does that. It never fully encapsulates what you really offer the world. And so what I want you to think about, and I'll probably talk a lot more about this kind of stuff going forward, but what I really want you to think about is, in your kind of work right now, in your job, what do you actually, like, why are you even in that work? That's the real question. Why are you there? What's the point? Maybe you love the job title. Maybe you love the identity that it gives you and you're just settling for that. Or there's something else that's keeping you there. There's something unique to you that you're doing on a daily basis that makes it your thing. So I wonder what that is for you. I want you to just start thinking about it like that, because it was a huge mental shift for me. And it happens with all of my clients too. They start by attaching themselves to this identity, and then they end up being like, well, this isn't enough. It's not enough to describe the power that they have, to describe the unique offering that they have for the world. So I want that for you. I want you to start thinking about that.